Welcome to Takoyaki Party. I'm your host, Osaka Joe. I'm here with DJ Soy Milk.
DJ Soy Milk!
This is episode 9.
Episode 9.
That's 1 before 10. To everybody that's still here, thank you for still being here. Our numbers have dropped every week.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't been looking. I just assume the best.
Okay, well that's bad. Terrible. So we're Takoyaki Party. We're an NMB 48 focused podcast. We have news and stuff.
And stuff.
About NMB. To anybody that's curious about NMB. And only NMB too. Well, mostly NMB. If there's some incidental AKB stuff, then we'll talk about that.
So much overlap these days.
So little overlap. Man, like, people are telling me, like, oh, blah, 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 like, how about this member? And I'm like, I have no idea who that is. He's not an NMB. I actually don't know anybody past, like, what is it, like, Kawai's generation?
Oh.
I have no idea. Anyway, that's who we are. So, corrections to the last show. For some reason, DJ Soy Milk thought that there was photographing at the handshake.
DJ Soy Milk just hasn't been having a good time.
And she's completely wrong. There is no photograph. I have no idea where that came from. I think she made it up in her own private fantasy.
If you go on the Kara Annie website and you look at the list of names, you see next to the Senbatsu members, it says sign event. And at some point that twisted in my head to photo event. So I apologize. But
yeah,
yes, it's a sign event.
You should probably wait and read things and wait for them to process before you say anything about it.
Oh, there it is.
Life lessons, okay.
And
then there's another correction. I don't know how many of you watched the episode we did where we talked about idol groups in general. One of my friends who listens to our podcast, Mr. Muffin13, but
Mr. Muffin.
he doesn't actually care about NMB, so I find it really amusing. He said that one of the original Johnny's groups was Hikaru Genji, and Hikaru Genji was so popular that during Valentine's Day they would have like 20 or 30 trucks full of chocolates pull up to Johnny's and just drop them all off.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Whoa!
Them girls are crazy.
Indeed.
So this, I guess, was before SMAP. And
Exile. Was that a thing?
Exile's not even close, man. This is like Zoo days. I'm surprised if you even know who Zoo is.
I don't.
I'm surprised if I even know who Zoo is. So yeah, he also told me to follow Tokyo because his mom likes Tokyo, and what's it called? So my friend actually lives in Tokyo, and Tokyo, the band, had a concert in Sendai, and his mom went all the way to Sendai to go watch it. So I thought that was fairly amusing. If you guys know geography, which you probably don't.
I know geography. I can explain.
I know you do. I'm talking about the audience.
But we can tell.
It's always about you, huh?
Sorry.
Okay. Next, we don't have any mails or comments or whatever regarding our theme. I know I've been talking to some of you on stage, some of you on Twitter. That's alright. I think we're friends.
Oh crap, I just spilled water. Okay. Anyway, I think we're friends too.
Not me and you, I was talking about the audience.
I know.
So yeah. And, lately what's going on with us, I think, last week there was a event for something called J-Mellow, which is a TV show on NHK World. And they had an event where they brought Takashi Ai, a former Morning Musume member, and DJ Taku Takahashi from M-Flow.
But they should have brought DJ Soy Milk.
No. And so they brought them, and they played a couple sets. Also, one of our friends, Greg High Night, was also a DJ there. He played the first set, and that's pretty cool. There was no singing or whatever, but just a small group of people. They played their sets. I actually don't know who Takashi Ai is, but I knew who Taku Takahashi was. His set was pretty sick. Obviously, he dropped some M-Flow on us. But one thing I thought was really cool is he
Oh no,
dropped this Chrono Trigger beat. Oh man, it's so sick. Anyway, you'll probably see me when the footage actually broadcasts. I have a Kagawa shirt on with the udon character.
wow.
It's very appropriate. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Man, that means I actually have to watch that show. And it's also broadcast around the world, so I know some of you people who don't live in the U.S. I know maybe half of you? I don't know. I just made that up. So you guys can see me. Maybe. Okay.
I can see you.
Damn it. Okay, and then what else did we do?
Also, SoCal 48 had a meetup, and we ate 322 dumplings.
We did.
Sorry, that was kind of a quick jump, but we all went to a dim sum place and we ordered 322 dumplings. It's kind of funny. Osaka Joe came a bit late, and we'd already eaten. Most of us were already like, what's the word? Satiated. Satiated. Thank you. Most of us were like satiated, but still kind of we could eat some more. And then Joe came and he ordered like 110 dumplings, and we were like, Joe, but it wasn't just him. It was like everybody's encouragement. But anyway, it was really exciting, and we ate a lot of dumplings.
It was. I don't know if I'd call it exciting, but we went to this place called Din Tai Fung. There's a bunch of branches everywhere. I think it started in Taiwan. I know there's one in Tokyo,
Shanghai,
actually.
Right?
I don't know. I don't know if it's like mainland, but there's a bunch of branches. I know there's one there is one in Tokyo. I heard it sucked.
Oh.
But the one over here is pretty good. And yeah, so we got like a bunch of people. We ate a bunch of dumplings. We ate xiaolongbao, or what is it called? Xiaorongpu in Japanese, or whatever. It's probably just as confusing in Chinese anyway, or Japanese.
I call them soup dumplings.
We ate a lot. And one thing I have to mention is our server, Christina, was a marvelous person.
She was. She gave us all high fives at the end.
Yeah, she did. Basically, we had a table for, what is it, like 8? And somehow we squeezed in like 12 people. And
Sorry, go ahead.
One of them was this like swole guy. He's like super huge bodybuilder dude. And he was one of the seats, so it's even more crammed.
Yeah. It was fun though, because it's not even like it was a booth. It was a little tiny table pressed up against the window, and I had the window seat, so I was literally sitting inside of the window, like the little window cove thing, like it kind of goes in a bit. I was sitting inside the window, and then Christina looks at me. She's like, "Oh, are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah," and then we kept eating our dumplings, and it was good fun.
Yeah, I basically couldn't get out unless the person to the left of me got out, and I was sitting at the end of the table too, so it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Christina was our server. She said she had an epic time because we ordered so many dumplings. Not only did we have so many people in one spot and an 8-man table, but we also ordered the most amount she's ever seen. So
that's kind of impressive. Like, you'd think that there would be somebody who would order like 400 or something. Like I don't know. I just imagine there's always like that one guy who goes into a restaurant and orders like an obscene amount of food.
Well, it's the most she's ever seen.
Yeah, that's true.
She wasn't there. And plus, it's also, like, it's Orange Counties, and it's, like, the rich area of Orange County. So, I don't know. Maybe that guy doesn't exist in the rich areas.
Yeah.
Anyway. And the wait was, like, 4 hours? It was originally 4 hours, and then shenanigans happened, so, like...
No, so I get there at noon, and she tells me, okay, the wait is going to be about 4.5 hours. I'm like, oh, okay. She's like, but since your party's so large, it could be up to an extra hour. I was like... Oh, so we're looking at like dinner now, because that would be like 5 o'clock. So I told everybody, and so then we're like, okay, we'll go to Kino. So we went to Kino, and as soon as we get to Kino, I get a text message that says, your table is ready. Please be here in the next 8 minutes. We're like, what the heck? So one of the other members called, and he's like, well, we definitely can't be there in 8 minutes, because we thought we were going to be seated at 5 o'clock, not 2 o'clock. So they're like, oh, okay, and they held the table for us, but they gave away our second table, so that's why we only had a table for 8. Long story, but that's how Joe ended up unable to move in his seat.
Yes, but I mean, the main focus of the story is that Christina is our real-life Oshimen.
Yeah.
We wanted to say DTF Oshimen, but that doesn't sound right.
No, yeah, because that would be Din Tai Fung Oshiman.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
not what people think the thing stands for.
I know.
Anyway,
What if there are people in this listening that don't know what DTF stands for?
well, I don't want to explain it,
Okay.
but take this moment to give our shout out to Christina, #1 fan.
Christina! That's my shout out.
And then later on this week, Sunday is the Perfume concert that's taking place in LA. I will be going there with some people, some AK bros. So that's something to look forward to. I really need to catch up on their music too. I don't think I've heard anything of theirs in like the last year or two.
Dang.
So, and one thing, like when I go to a concert, and this always happens for me for some reason, but I'll go to a concert and I don't know anybody's music.
Really?
Yeah. And then it's really bad because like I want to get hyped, but it's like my first time hearing it, so I'm like, I don't know what this is. So I should really catch up on Perfume music before I go to the concert.
You have time.
Yeah. Okay, so that's our introduction. That's what we do, who we are. Let's move on to our first corner, which is the news corner.
News.
I hope you like news.
I sure do. Let's start off with birthdays. So this week in birthday shows was Ishida Yumin, and she got quite a few letters for her birthday.
No, she got two.
Two. Well, that's
which is the same that everybody gets.
Yeah, that's true. But they were really long.
One of them was really long.
I read them. I was like, wow, these are long.
And I was I just woke up at like 3 p.m. or whatever on Sunday, and I was like reading it. And I was like, man, your mom writes a lot. But
yeah.
The letters are translated on the Tumblr if you want to check those out.
Highlight to me is that her mom's Oshiman is Chiho.
I don't understand.
I don't understand either.
And I know Snowman81, one of our listeners, is predicting that Chiho will be the next big thing, and like I don't know. It's so weird.
Either. I think she needs a lot of time.
She's so creepy. And she forgets her mic.
Poor thing.
But anyway, so happy birthday to Ishida Yumi. She's like one of those girls that I really want to cheer on, but like I don't really like her that much.
Oh.
But like I mean I don't like her that much, but like she does so well that I'm just like, gosh, you gotta like her, right?
Yeah, she doesn't have the thing that pulls you in.
She kind of does, but like one of my things about her that kind of bothers me is that she always slurs her words, and she's known for this, right?
Mm.
So she'll be like, Yoroshiku onegaishima. I'm like, what? So, but like, she's really good at dancing. She, like, if you say she sucks at dancing, she gets like really pissed off. Like, a long time ago, I was watching like a Kenkyusei stage, and they were doing an MC, and I forget who was, I think it was like Natsu and Hako. And like, they did like a poll or something, and they're like, who do you think out of us three is like the best dancer? And then like Yumin came up and she's like, is it me? And then like, you know, the crowd would raise their hands, and like she didn't get that much, and she got really mad.
Oh.
And then like I think Natsu ended up winning.
Really?
And she was like, Yumin was just like, man, you guys don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I always think of Natsu more for her voice and less for her, well, dancing.
Well, she can do end roll. So
yeah.
That's an accomplishment.
Oh man, she's so good, Natsu.
Moving on.
Yes.
Rashikunai came out this week, or today,
it sure did.
or yesterday, or whatever day it is.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like in between. So are the sales figures aren't out yet, are they? I don't think they are.
I don't know. I think it just came out.
Yeah.
But it's out. It's fantastic.
I'm really excited. I like all the team songs this time.
I really like the title song.
Oh well, yeah, the title song definitely.
I like that saxophone. It's all up in you, all up in your grill. And they got the piano too. I really like the arrangement. Like, it's one of those songs that I keep listening to. Like, usually I don't really care that much about idol songs, or like I'll make fun of their quality all the time. But like this one, like I keep listening to it over and over again. I think it's really good. The team songs I think are all right. I don't know.
I like Team N's song. It's catchy.
Maybe I need to watch the videos. as far like I don't know what's on the CDs, as far as or the DVDs as far as content. I heard there like Ririka has something. There's a Yamarina and Natsu go somewhere.
Yeah, yeah, I saw that on Natsu's G Plus. They were posing it in front of the castle. I think it was Osaka Castle, but I'm not sure.
It didn't look like it.
Really? She posted it
I don't
today,
know.
or was it
I
yesterday?
thought it was Himeji, but I don't know. I don't
Oh,
know
it probably
anything.
was. I didn't look too
I have
hard.
no idea.
I just
Whatever.
looked at the roof color. I was just scrolling, but they were in front of the castle, so I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Before I say any more things that need to be corrected the next time.
What else is there? And of course the Yoshimoto Theater is on there again. So
Good time.
now with Rosh Kunai being out, they also performed on Music Station last week,
Yeah, that was cool. Except the cameraman.
and Cameragate happened.
Seriously. Okay,
So
so oh, you go ahead.
go no you.
Okay,
I
for those who don't
insist.
know, well, the centers for this single are Miru and Fuchan, but the cameraman decided Sayaka was the center because he zoomed in really far on Sayaka, and there's this picture where he actually walked in between Miru and Fu to get the picture of Sayaka because Sayaka's in the row right behind them, so he's standing in between the two centers to get the shot of her, and it's just like what's going on? So
Yeah,
I feel really bad for Miru and Fu. They kind of had their center stolen a bit.
yeah, Cameragate. Well, it's not just Miru and Fu, but just the entire second row was highlighted, which was Yukirin, Sayaka, Nana, and Milky, right?
Yeah.
So, like, a lot of like, when I read, like, Matome the next day, a lot of the fans were, like, really, aggravated. They're like, what the hell is this camera work, you know? Like, I thought we had, like, two centers, and, like, you guys keep zooming in on Sayaka. And it felt more like, our two centers were actually just two people in front, and, like, the real center was the second row, and it's
Yeah,
like,
exactly. I mean, I don't know, like, because I don't know if you heard, but SK also changed their centers. I really hope that doesn't happen to them too, because they're also going to be performing it on Music Station, like inevitably. Like, that would just be sad because it's like NMB is trying to take a step in a new direction, or at least try something new, and it's not being received the way it should.
I mean, it just could be, like, that Music Station
Yeah,
performance or
it could just be
whatever.
that guy. Hopefully, the next time they perform it live, it's
I mean, like, the theater performances are still good, so.
Oh, well, yeah, definitely. But
Also,
speaking of that, go ahead.
they redid all the things in this theater. So they have like not only do they have Rosh Kunai, but they also do their team songs from the album.
Hmm.
So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
They changed up their medley.
But I was gonna say about it being performed in the theater, like they were having girls center it that weren't usually ever in the front. Like for Team M, wasn't Azuma Yuki one of the centers?
Yeah, it was Azuma Yuki and man, I forgot the other person.
Yeah, but
But I mean, like if they had like half the people there, I mean, I'm sure if everybody was there, it would be Fujan and Miru. It is
oh
their
well, yeah, that's true because they are the centers.
For Team B2, they had Nagisa and Shu. For Team N, they're supposed to have Aika and Yuri. But
But
since Aika is Sayaka's under,
oh,
she
when I
takes Sayaka's position, something like that. I don't know. I didn't watch the performance yet.
so complicated.
Anyway, so she didn't do it. She wasn't the center. I was very
Oh.
disappointed. Also, regarding the music station performance, I wrote Renachi. It's Rinachi.
Yeah.
She she's all the way in the back, but she was excited because she got on music station. So
Yeah.
usually they give you like tissues and stuff, and she's so excited that she carries these tissues wherever she goes.
Aw.
So I think she went to like a university festival or something. I don't know. Saki View took this picture, but like she was like sitting there with like all her music station tissues. I was like, okay, that's sweet.
Aw, I'm happy for her.
Yeah, but I don't know if she's using her push very well, but that is an issue that we should debate sometime later.
Okay.
Next up, there was a concert on Dotonbori, surprise live, I guess. I just was reading about it on Twitter. Like they're like, "Oh, we're gonna appear on Dotonbori." I was like, "What?"
Yeah,
And
what?
apparently, a lot of people didn't know about it. Well, I mean, like it was a surprise. Obviously, not a lot of people knew about it. but they had like a group of members show up. They had to take like a boat to like their little stage thing, which is on the river, not on the river, like on the bank of the river.
Right.
I saw like a couple photos and stuff. It's pretty cool. I think like the center for like the first song was like Rika, but then after that, like the next 4 or 5 songs, it was all like Yuri and Aika center.
Dude, yes. Take it to the top.
I wish I saw that.
That's really exciting.
Fair. It's not fair.
Maybe there'll be footage that emerges at some point.
They should do like a surprise concert in like LA and like my house.
Dude, don't get my hopes up. Don't make me dream.
You know, they're not gonna do a surprise concert.
Oh, I know.
I can dream. I can dream. They'll come here one day, I believe. Okay.
Okay. So let's see what else. Also, since we were talking about Rash Kunai being released, but also Milky's single is gonna get released. Her single name is gonna be called Mo Ichido Watashi wo Mite, which okay, here I go. It means please look at me again. Or one more time. Yeah. Is that it? Did I say it right?
Sure.
Yes. Okay. So anyway, that's gonna be released on Christmas Eve. And I don't know. I feel like there might be like a deeper meaning in that if it really does mean like if I can translate properly. If it really does mean look at me one more time cuz there's like this whole I think a lot of people have the feeling that Milky's being forgotten in a way. Like, oh, Milky's being like Sayaka's taking over. So maybe this is supposed to be Milky saying like, "Oh, but look at me too. I'm still here," kind of thing. I mean, I know it's probably not supposed to be that. But
yeah, I think you're just making stuff up.
I know, but that
corrections on next week's podcast.
Isn't that just kind of it's such a fitting title for those like me who think that. Anyway, I don't even know.
I don't know. Wait till the lyrics come out.
Yeah.
And the lyrics might just be like, blah blah blah, I used to love you and I don't love you anymore, but look at me one more time.
Well, dude, what if it's you used to love me, but now you don't love me anymore, look at me one more time? Because that would apply to her situation. Oh, okay. Man, I'm so sad she had the scandal. It hurt her so bad.
It's funny because of DJ Taku Takahashi doing his thing on the J Mello appearance. Like I've been listening to like M-Flow. Mostly M-Flow and then like Rash Kunai.
Really?
It was like the most of the... And one of the songs kind of resembles like what you were talking about. But to anybody that's interested, that's Miss You by M-Flow. I just finally was able to understand the lyrics, and I'm like, oh, that's what it means.
Aw. Nice job.
Anyway. So. Good
more...
job, Milk.
Yeah.
Milks. Next in news, the draftees got their own Google Plus now. They don't
Heck
gotta
yeah,
use...
Koko-chan did!
They don't gotta use Heako 2.
Heako 2. Why was it called Heako 2 anyway?
I think back then they wanted to, like, restrict it from... like the younger members,
right?
And so they had Heako 1.
Oh, okay. So Heako 1 was already taken.
And then they made Heako 2 when the draftees came. But I say that the draftees, obviously, I refer to NMB, but like all the draftees have it. So if you like all those other lousy groups, then
lousy groups, there's the rivalry.
Then you can check it out.
For anyone who's curious, I've been following all the draftees, and I was following Heako too. And if you're wondering like who's the most popular out of the draftees, it's Ririka. She usually gets like 1,000+1s. After her would be Iso Kanai. Then Koko-chan is a bit ahead of Take-Sara, but not too much. So yeah, Ririka is the most popular draftee in NMB right now. So when people were speculating about what Rash Kunai Senbatsu would be, I heard people say Ririka, and then others were like, "Oh no, that would never happen." But I'm like, well, if they were gonna pick a draftee, they would pick her. So we'll see. Actually, no.
She did show up in Music Station, the performance, by the way.
So maybe their speculation wasn't for naught.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's a bit about the draftees.
I remember, like, I didn't say this last week, but one of my friends, I think, lined up for Saradan, and then, like, the person in front of her came out of the booth crying because she was, like, so happy, and I'm like, oh,
what?
Like, oh, man. So, I don't know, man. People say Saradan, Kami Tayo.
Dang.
Check that out.
Well, also Coco-chan. Coco-chan's wonderful. Can't
Mm,
stop.
yeah, she looked like Achan in the last photo.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
not the photo thing. The Akshukai for the handshake event for the AKB single.
AKB single.
Whatever
Was it
it was.
Kokoro no Placard? Probably. But yeah, if you want to see it, obviously, she posted pictures on her Google Plus, but Konosaki also posted one on her Google Plus saying like, "Oh, Coco-chan kind of looks like Achan," and then Ota Yuri, kind of reblogged it, whatever the Google Plus equivalent of that is. So she also reposted that, like, "Oh yeah, she does. It's cute," kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, so everybody agrees. You should too. Support Nike Kokoro. Anyway,
I want to
um,
support Konosaki.
dude, yeah. Support NMB. Okay, so what else happened this week? Oh,
Okay.
speaking of handshake events and handshake kind of things, there
You have
was
the worst transitions. God.
I know, but we're talking about events, and there was an event a long time ago called Natsumatsuri, which was it was kind of like the way that they made up for all of the lost national handshakes because of the Iwate incident. So at Natsumatsuri, we talked about it. It was when shoot, what was it? They had a bunch of mini lives. The girls would like go around and there was like carnival games and they were serving food and it was just kind of like a big festival for the fans where the members were participating in the activities. Anyway, footage of it came out and we got to see a recording of Chuba doing karaoke and the Kenkyusei doing a little mini live. I think they did 3 songs or 4 songs.
They did a lot. I think they did like 6 or 7.
Wait, really? I only saw like 3. Okay. Anyway, check that out. We'll post it on the Tumblr or something.
I don't know. I don't think we'll post it on the Tumblr.
Well, I can post on the Tumblr. I have the link. No problem.
Well, we want to do things legally, right?
Oh, that's true.
Just
Anyway.
you just know that it's out there. Chuba's karaoke is on. Well, we just mentioned that. That's our highlights. Chuba's obviously very good. Like, it's funny. Like when she's singing, oh, what was it? Kimite by Nishino Nana, Nishino Kana.
Yeah, kinda.
And like people are like, who the hell is this girl like singing? Why does she look so silly? And then like she belts out like the first few lines, and the crowd's like, oh my god.
Yeah. It's
And
pretty impressive.
They started cheering like crazy. That was cool, which is funny because she's still unpopular. But
Yeah.
other than that, there's also footage of Miruki with Ri-chan singing some stuff. I think heavy rotation. Rika later joined them, and then they sang. What was it? Waruki and something else. I forget. It's also funny because like Rika's like so much better at singing
Oh,
than
yeah.
those two. But like Milky's more hype, so I'm like,
Who would you say is the best singer in NMB?
Chuba.
Yeah. But is Rika second?
Actually, I don't know. Because during the karaoke footage, like I thought Rika was better. Anyway, I don't know. I don't hear them sing very often.
Maybe that can be our question of the week if we get answers.
I got a question of the week. It's hilarious how it came about, but I'll get to that later.
Okay.
So for anybody that's interested, there's also some footage of some other members. Like I know Uka was in the Imoto concert or contest, number one Imoto, number one younger sister concert along with Chihi.
Who won that anyway?
I don't know. What was it? I think it was the girl from Team 8, the Shiga girl.
Oh. I don't even know what her name is. I just know her as Shiga. I know who you're talking about.
But I know like some of the Milky stuff is spread out between volumes 1 and 2. Chuba's stuff is on 3 and 4. The mini live is all on 4. So check that out. NMB Kenkyusei is like my second favorite team now.
Really?
After Team N.
Team
It's very close. N.
N. Should be M.
I don't know.
You eat porn?
I don't know. Moving on. The new AKB single was announced, which features. Is Miru
Everybody.
on it? I think Miru's on it, right? On the.
Yeah, she's in Cinematsu.
So it's Miru, Sayaka Milky, in the title track on the A side, And then there's three B sides, and there's a bunch of like NMB girls in there. I think the one that caught my eye was Ambulance. I think it was the only one I watched. It has Akarin, it has Fuchan, it has Haru, Kinoshita Haruna.
Yeah, and I think that one was trying to go for like the sexy image, which is kind of exciting for Haru, I guess, because people would always be like, oh, Haru has this sexy image. So I guess if that's what she was going for.
Yeah, she's like 15.
I know, but
or 16. I don't know how old she is anymore. Anyway, so she's in there. The only image I have burned in my head from that music video is Akarin licking her lips, and like you can't even see her like eyes.
Oh yeah,
she has those masks, but like everyone's like, "Oh, dude, that's totally Akarin." I'm like, I can see that. It's really weird. But I think Fuchan is either like second row or like double center or triple center.
I think she's double center.
With Sue Melody.
Yeah.
And yeah. And then the other songs I haven't checked them out. But we have Ripopo, Keiichi, Lemon, and Nana-chan, Ume-chan, Ma-chun, and Churi and Utai-tai. And then Yuri, Nagisa, and Shu-chan are in Ima Happy. So okay. They got some stuff.
That's that.
There's so many girls in this damn CD.
I know, jeez.
Can't keep up with it anymore.
But no Aika.
It's alright. Aika will find her time. One thing, like, I just read this today. I didn't get to listen to the thing, but Aika was on Milky's radio show.
Oh.
Teppen? I think it is. Teppen Radio. And, there's some stuff that went on. One of the things is that, like, I think Milky asked if Aika considered Nagisa her rival, and it's like, yeah, because we're, like, the same generation. Everybody's my rival. But, like, Nagisa entered Senbatsu before me, and then she's like, oh, but when I entered Senbatsu, like, Nagisa sent me a mail that said, congratulations on entering. So, there you go. There's some 4th gen love up in there. Okay, and last piece of news, there's some anime song festival in Kyushu, and for some reason NMB is appearing.
Why?
I don't know. I wish I knew. I forget who the other artists were. I don't follow anime anymore, so I wouldn't know anime songs. The only big name I know is what's her name? Nana Mizuki. Oh, and I also know that other girl that sounds like Nana Mizuki.
Not Hara Mizuki. Ugh, tears.
No, not her. Whatever. Anyway, I know Nana Mizuki is not in it, but I think it's really weird that NMB is in this anime song festival.
Yeah, we'll see what they do. Oh, maybe because it's kind of Rush Kunai. Oh, what if they perform Rush Kunai and then it's like, oh, they really shouldn't be there. Oh, never mind.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Okay. And I mean, if I was over there, I'd probably go. I'm like, hey, cool. Like, I get to see NMB at a festival. I get to see a live event because I didn't get to see them live last time. Okay, that's it for news. And speaking of that's it for news,
it for news.
We have our next corner. Oh God, your transitions.
Oh,
dude.
your transitions are so terrible, Joe.
Yeah, I know. That's sarcasm. That's me trying to be like you. Why would I say that? That's the stupidest transition I've ever seen. Heard. Announced. So next corner is Okonomi Talk. We talk about whatever we want. Or something that like interests us lately. But it's not necessarily news. So I'll let Miss Soy Milk start.
Start with my Okonomi Talkie. I always have to correct. Okay, sorry. My talk today will be about my talkie. Is about Rurika. If you haven't seen on Joe did a translation and he posted it on the Tumblr. Rurika wrote this really long Google Plus post about how she hasn't been appearing in stages and what she feels about it. And I read it and I was like, oh, at first I was like, oh, poor Rurika. But now I'm wondering, like, what's really going on? And I'm curious about what's going on with Rurika. So I kind of wanted to ask you, Mr. Osaka Joe, what you think is going on. I thought, like, because I remember when she joined, when she auditioned for the draft, she said in her interview, I want to cause trouble in the group that I go to. So when she got into NMB, she said, I want to cause trouble in NMB. But I didn't think she meant this kind of trouble. I thought she meant, like, she wanted to be mischievous and silly. But, like, this is a different kind of trouble. And I don't think this is the kind of trouble she wanted to cause, but it's all kind of strange, and I wonder if she's just playing us.
What?
No, no, because so seriously though, if you watch her interview, she's like, I want to cause trouble. That's why I'm auditioning because I want to shake up the 48 groups. Like she wanted to be like a troublemaker and she wanted to do weird things, but she hasn't been doing them. So I'm just really confused what's going on with her.
Well, I mean, she sucks at dancing.
I just feel so bad. It's like she's causing trouble, but it's not the way that she wanted
That's not
to.
really causing trouble. That's just not doing anything.
Well, yeah, but I don't know. It's also interesting because she's really popular, like for a draft member.
For not the one that I last in the last stage, like you know how like everybody does like some move, right?
Yeah.
Like Ripopo would do that one where she like flips the trays or whatever around their elbow
Hmm.
or whatever. Well, Rika did that. She just totally like blundered it. It was hilarious. And
Oh.
people were like, "Well, it's a good thing it's not the one that I," because like, you know, well, I mean, like it's not like Ripopo ever does it like 100% either.
Yeah.
But I thought that was funny. No, her dancing, she's like really clumsy at dancing, and that's why she hasn't appeared in any stage. It's been 4 months since she's appeared in a stage, but now she has two in a row, so that's good for her.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I mean,
Oh.
she's just got to work at it.
Yeah.
She's really popular because like her blogs and whenever she writes, it's always like really in depth. Like she's like a junior philosopher or whatever. I wanted to translate this a long time ago, but when she stepped in for Kaneko during the Team M, you know, how, like he comes in during the MCs,
Right.
and then one time it was Zurika, and she made like a really interesting speech about, and she like got like all these different philosophers to back her up, but like. Yeah, that's why she's popular because when she writes stuff, it's like really interesting. Another reason why people like her is because she's really knowledgeable about the 48 groups. Like if you watch the commentary a long time ago, she would say, "Oh, like this song is popular because of this." Um, you know, was that like these songs were actually so good that they were even the group songs were in request hour, and she just knew like a lot off the top of her head.
Yeah.
So
And
like
I'll,
a
oh,
lot
sorry.
of the fans like talking to her because like it's like, oh, she's one of us, you know.
Okay, so because I actually get a kind of Sato Amina vibe from her in that sense. So it's interesting because I guess she really is Woda, but
Was
not really. Well, but not really. Just like a 48 Groups fan.
well,
But
Amina was her Oshiman.
oh wow, what a coincidence!
But if you read her stuff, she says some really weird things. Like, I think she said she was talking to Saika about Che Guevara.
Why?
You know who Che Guevara is,
Yes, I
right?
know who he is.
Okay, I don't know.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I know who he is.
Okay. Um, Another thing she does, she always speaks Keigo, or I guess Desumasu form to people, and she always calls people her senpai.
Yeah.
So instead of saying like san, like Saika-san, she'll say Saika-senpai. She'll refer to the fans as her senpai. All the philosophers are all senpai. So like Russo senpai
Oh, that's cute.
and like who's some other philosopher? Like I don't know. I don't know philosophy. I tried. It's too hard.
Well, that's I guess that's all I have to say. I just wanted to spark a discussion about Rika.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. For my subject that I would like to talk about, it is that Sayaka is corrupting our youth
No, she's not. She's
by
making them
make by
wonderful.
making Yuri read some yaoi stuff, some
Oh,
BL.
please.
Like why are you doing this? She's only 15, 14.
Dude,
Why?
she's starting late. I got into yaoi when I was like
I don't
12.
want to hear that. It's not like you're somebody we all want to look up to either. But yeah, I don't. And then, so basically, Saika took a picture of Yuri like on the train. Yuri reading Yao. I hate where this is going. Anyway, and then like Anton comes in. She's like, "Oh, that's my book she borrowed," and I'm like, "Oh no, this is getting worse. Like, why you gotta do that?" Some other random unrelated stories that if you go to Ikebukuro in Tokyo, there's there's like a street that's known for like BL yaoi stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's like a like a little tinier version of Akiba and Ikebukuro and only like yaoi BL stuff. And my friend was there with his other guy friend, and they didn't know where they were going, so they got lost. And they just walked into a store, and then they looked at everybody there, and they're all girls, and they just like stared at them. And it's like, I think we made a wrong turn.
Sounds like paradise.
Not with two guys there. Yeah. Anyway, that's my story. What a terrible topic. I should have chose something better with depth.
Sucho Rubika for the depth.
Okay.
Speaking of depth, let's move on to our next topic. She's pretty deep in her own way. This is Kininaru with Kusaka Konomi.
Yeah, our member of the week, our section, we have Kusaka Konomi. She's 18 years old. She's from Osaka. She's 3rd gen. And she's nicknamed Konomin. Sometimes they call her Enoki. We'll explain why later.
Yeah.
Me and my friends like to call her Just Blaze.
Yeah, we call her Just Blaze because, well, we'll explain why later.
Well, because her eyes just look so blazed up, dude.
Yeah.
Like, yo, dude, and like when she talks, oh man. But
yeah.
But she says, and like the rest of the fans say, oh, she just looks sleepy all the time. Like, I don't know, man.
Sleepy is a very polite word.
I've seen sleepy people. They didn't look like that.
So anyway, like we said, Konomi's a 3rd gen member. So she was one of the 3rd gens who was part of the original Team B2, and she continued on with the new B2 after the shuffle. She's never been in Senbatsu, but she's a really solid Undergirls member. She's been in Shirogumi with Okuba. She's been in Akagumi with Mizukiri, and she was also in Teppodai with Mohadashi Nawa Naranai.
Oh my god.
I can't say anything.
Mohadashi ni wa naranai.
Shoot. I'm sorry.
Anyway, that song is the one that had Saepi and Nagisa as the centers.
Jeez, I was going to say that.
And it's a great song, I think.
It is a good song. I think that's my favorite Teppodai song.
I like Fuyi Shogun.
Oh, that was a good song too. Oh man.
And then Yama Eiko, like I didn't like it at first, and then it grew on me.
Yeah, it grows on you. And then when it rang time request hour, I was like, oh, how touching.
Yeah, well, I mean, like that was the Miru song, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, back to Konomin. So like we said, Konomin's known for her sleepy look, but she's also a good MC and she's a good talker. So she recently got a solo talk session like Ripopo has been doing, and hers is going to be on the 30th of this month. I mean, we won't get to see it because it's being done in the theater and it doesn't get recorded, but I mean, hopefully it goes well for her and hopefully she gets another one.
Wait
like
a minute.
What?
I think one of the bonuses on Rashikunai is Ripopo's talk session.
Wait, so we might see it someday?
I think it was just clips. I remember hearing that somewhere.
Dude, as long as we see anything, I want to hear I want to hear some of this Konomin solo talk session.
Anyway, so
fingers crossed.
The November 30th session, actually, there's 2 sessions on that day. One of them is Ripopo, one of them is Konomi.
Right. Konomin's is in the afternoon, right?
I think it's first.
Yeah.
So I think it's before. I don't know what you wanted to call the afternoon.
Oh, well, like early afternoon. Yeah, the first one.
Yeah, well, it's before Ripopo. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And BKB wished her luck. Along with Ripopo. Because BKB is the greatest NMB comedian.
BKB.
Well, I don't know, man. Robert's pretty good, but we'll get to that later.
No, okay. So yeah, so she's a good talker, but she's also kind of she's a very unique talker. Like her voice is really low tension is a good word for it. Like especially during her introduction, she's just very she doesn't sound very excited to be there, kind of, but it's in a funny way. She's a funny way of delivering it.
It's hilarious. Like she's known for this, so I remember like Shonichi from for B2, the old B2, but the second one, what is it called?
The Tadaima Renaichu?
Yeah. She's like super excited, but then she goes like everybody's like, oh yeah, like Shonichi, right? Yeah, everybody excited, woo! And she goes up, she's like, hi, okonomiyaki to dochi ga kon. And it's just like, oh my god. And like when she says hi, like everybody just starts laughing, I think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
I remember like when New B2 debuted, she was worried because she was the first one up that would introduce
Oh.
herself, and it's like, yeah, man, it kind of sucks because then like everybody's not excited anymore.
Oh, poor thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, she's sleepy, but she also has this mushroom character. Like I don't know. We've been talking about this a lot. Like Renapyon is the udon character, Natsu is a sort of ramen character. And Konomi is a mushroom character. So mushrooms are her thing.
Well,
Um,
somebody said she looked like a bundle of enoki mushrooms, and then she just
right.
took it and
So
ran with it.
yeah, it kind of became her thing. And her poster for this Sanbatsu so Senkyo this year was her face. Um, pasted onto a bunch of enoki mushrooms. And I don't know if you've ever seen about if you listener have ever seen a bunch of enoki mushrooms, but they're like the really long, thin ones. So they come in a bundle. So they pasted it on a bunch of them. Well, actually, it was her dressed on as a mushroom. I should have said that. Anyway, I saw edits of her pasted on a mushroom, so I'm getting all confused. But it was a cute little idea.
Yeah, her banner was enoki mushrooms on
Yeah,
Google
she's
Plus. And sometimes she would post status updates and like, hey, look, there's me, and then there'd just be like a bundle of enoki mushrooms for like 99 yen or something. So
yeah.
yeah.
All these food characters. I think Lemon takes it the most seriously.
Well, they did have that they had that YNN special when it was like lemon, udon,
Oh, yeah,
and
udon.
enoki, and I think Rika.
Rika.
I think. Anyway, go on.
Oh, okay. Speaking of food, no, really though. Speaking of food, because you know how the NMB members get to put well, this kind of happened recently, but when they updated their new profile pictures, they also updated their profile sections on the NMB website. So all the members got to write a little bit about themselves. They got to write down their hobbies, their special skills, whatever that means, their goal for the future, and their favorite food. So Konomin kind of trolled a bit. They were supposed to write down one favorite food, and she wrote down six. Um, and for special skills, she wrote down sleeping. And for hobbies, she wrote down finding split ends in her hair. So she's kind of silly, but it's in this really weird ways because her delivery is what makes her so funny. Because it seems like she's really spaced out, but she's really she makes really funny jokes. So
Um, well, I don't know if it was on the website, but when like she says she's good at sleeping, like I think she elaborates like I'm good at falling asleep fast. I'm good at falling asleep for a long time. I'm good at
yeah,
like
that
not
is on the
waking up.
site.
Okay. Okay. Anyway, moving on. So even though we just always been making fun of her this entire time, she's also really good at dancing. She was in the Faint unit, which is the best unit, obviously. Um, and she has like 8 years of jazz, I think, and like 2 years of hip hop.
Yeah,
She used to record herself doing uza, or she did, and it was actually like pretty good. Yeah, but she's really good. Which
yeah.
is really
Well,
surprising.
her dream is to be a to open up a dance studio and be, an instructor or choreographer kind of for that. So she seems to be working hard. I mean, her singing skills aren't very, or, they're not the most solid, but she is one of the best dancers. And her unit right now is Enroll, which is the dance unit. She's in Enroll with Ume-chan, and Ume-chan says that Konomin is her NMB Oshi.
Yeah, it's actually kind of creepy.
No,
There's what's it called? There's one where like they're at a handshake event and like Konomin was sleeping, and then like Ume-chan like was taking pictures with her. It's like, hey, look, I can do anything with her now.
what the heck?
It's like, all right, girl, you calm down. But speaking of Ume-chan, so the Enroll unit does the MC for B2. So you'll have usually it'll be Haru, Ume-chan, Konomi, and whoever their fourth person is. Like before, it used to be Ayatin all the time. Then Hako moved over. It usually should be Churi, but like that unit is like really good at talking. So like if you're a big B2 fan, then like you should check that out. Like Ume-chan and Konomi are like really good at like telling stories. Like the way they tell stories is really good. Their delivery is really good. The way they build up tension throughout the when they talk is really good. So check it out
Check it.
if you like talking. Um, for a while she did a radio show, Jungle Radio. I think we talked about it in like some of the other episodes of this podcast, where they gave like the lower tier members some work. So Konomin used to do work on Jungle Radio. I think they moved her out of it though.
Yeah. Oh, but speaking of Jungle Radio, Coco-chan is going to be on Jungle Radio this week, just for you Coco-chan fans. But yeah, so she's not on it anymore.
Well, she used to be a host, and then like they would always bring in like guests, which are usually other B2 members or Kenkisei. Although I remember seeing somebody popular recently, or semi-popular. Maybe it's Renapion, because I've been liking Renapion a lot lately. But anyway, she used to do that. I think that's where she developed like a lot of good talking skills too.
Oh.
And since we're talking about talking skills, check out this transition. Check out this transition skill. For what was it? The election concert or the concert before the election? I think this is when B2 or the new B2 just formed, and one of the things was that I think Milky selected like a talk senbatsu.
Oh.
And this was with all the groups, right? And so they like asked her like, who do you want to bring up to like talk or MC? And then she brought up Konomin, and she probably brought up other people too. I don't know. I didn't watch the concert. She brought up Konomin though. And
wow.
I don't know if it was that one or some other concert, but like I think she told a story about how she looks like Milky when she has a mask on. So that's been like a running joke for a lot of the B2 MCs. Even if you watch the Yokohama concert footage, I think she even comes out with a mask and is like,
she does.
Everyone's like, who is where? Why are there two Milkies? Which one is the real one?
Wow.
But that's been like a running joke ever since then. So that's kind. If you ever see any pictures of like Konomin with a mask on and they make Milky jokes, well, now you know why.
That was a pretty smooth transition, I must say.
If you want more smooth transitions, speaking of Twitter and stuff, she writes some crazy garbage on Twitter and Google Plus and blogs. I don't even understand it sometimes. I think she said like, oh, like once like I don't know what's going on, like these things came out of my head. There's like black goats like writing something, and like the white goats are like partying, and I'm like, what does that even mean? I don't know.
I don't know either. She's such a weirdo, but it's fun.
She had a blog series where all she did was talk about what her younger sister was doing. Like, oh, my younger sister went to Australia and was trying to learn English, and then she came back, and she's like, oh, I guess my blog's becoming like a younger sister like stalking blog. And
what the heck?
What's wrong with you, man? What's wrong? Just Blaze, dude.
Just Blaze it.
Just Blaze. And I guess like recently because they're talking out really good and people are starting to notice her, that she's kind of getting a push. When I was at the Handshake event, I thought her line was pretty long for being a. There's an afternoon session where they put like all the unpopular members, and I think her line was like the longest.
Oh wow!
Which wasn't that long because one is an album release. 2 was an NMB event. 3 was the afternoon session where they got all the unpopular members. Well, it wasn't the longest. That would be Apon because she sold out because it's her birthday.
Right.
But like her line was pretty long. I got to wait like quite a bit. So I think it's really cool to see her taking off, finding her own niche and appealing to people. So I became a fan of Konomin when I saw like the Tadaima Renaichi stage. I actually never saw like the first B2 stage. Whatever it was.
The Aitakata stage?
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Oh, I didn't like it.
I didn't see it even once.
It's not a good stage, and it wasn't a good stage for them, definitely.
Yeah, but when I saw the B2, like, Tadaima Renaichu, and then she did her intro, I was just like, what the hell's wrong with this girl? Like, I need to follow her. Because she's so spacey.
Yeah.
And airheaded. So then I became to like her. I was kind of broken up when B2 broke up, too. Because, I thought she was finding her little... She was finding her, whatever, her way in the old B2. But now she's finding her way in the new B2 thanks to girls like Haru and Kanakichi and Ume-chan that are always pushing her, so. Good for her. Good for you, Konomin.
Yeah. Good job. You go, Konomin. That's my line. You go.
Yeah, where's she going?
To the takoyaki party. Oh!
I don't think she's going to show up.
Dude, that would be so cool.
Sorry.
Guest host, Konomin.
Yeah, I don't think she speaks any English either.
It's true.
Yeah,
Can you imagine her trying to speak English?
she kind of did on an MC. I forgot why. Maybe because they're making fun of Emichi again for always speaking English. But I remember she was like singing, like saying like this random English, like what, like I can't stop thinking of you, and I was like, what the heck?
Oh, no, that's the line from Ryo no Kakume. The I can't stop thinking about you. That's a line from sorry, Ryo no Kakume was a song from the Aitakata stage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know who in B2 got the line. It would be most fitting for Emichi to get it. Yeah, so that line was in the stage, and if Emichi did have it, that'd be funny because she would totally just be making fun of her for her delivery of it. But oh no, I remember reading that Konomin does like American music though, so maybe she does pick up some English skills.
Yeah, nobody in Japan picks up English skills. Are you serious?
No.
Oh man. Otherwise, people would just make fun of everybody's shirt because they were
Dude, oh my
English.
gosh.
I think it's gotten worse every year that I've visited. Anyway, speaking of things getting worse every time you visit, that'll close out our
Oh,
show.
that's pretty good.
It's the end of our show. Well, we didn't introduce our male theme. One thing that was funny, like on Twitter, some guy was like I wanted, like, I wish I could have breakfast with Rika, and I'm like, why'd you have breakfast with Rika, right? So then I was like, I would have breakfast with this girl, and so other people were like, well, I would wish I had breakfast with this girl. So our theme is, which NMB member would you want to have breakfast with?
I like that theme. Which NMB member would you like to have breakfast with?
Me, I picked Anton.
Anton.
Yeah, because, like, first of all, it's the morning, right? And, like, I'm
Right.
pretty slow and cranky. And, like, pretty dirty looking, so... Like, the person, like, I would want to have breakfast with, they can't be loud. Because...
Oh.
Because then I'll just be like, it's early in the morning. And they can't be quiet either, because then I'm just like, man, something's wrong. Because it's so early in the morning, she's not saying anything. And then, like... another thing would be like, who looks good? Who would look good with like minimal makeup, and like, in like what is it? Like a sweatpants and stuff. So
Kashiwagi Yuki. That girl is flawless.
what?
Sorry. That's just my personal opinion.
I thought she like does things to her eyes to make them bigger than they actually are.
I know, but then I thought I
See,
saw
that's minimal makeup.
I know, but I thought I saw a no makeup picture and she was still like super pretty. They're all super pretty. Who am I kidding?
And then another thing is they can't be too young, because then I was just like, when I have breakfast, like if they're too young, then I'm just like, why am I having breakfast with a young person? This is awkward.
Would you pour them a glass of milk? Like here, it'll help you grow. Oh no.
It's like, oh, do you want some milk for your cereal? Like, oh man, I can't do that.
Dude, I would want to have breakfast with Sayane. Start the day off right. Start the day off like a champion, dining with a champion, and have the breakfast of the champions. Eat your
I
Wheaties.
can't do that. She's too good.
Oh,
I like, if I see her in the morning, I'd be like, I'll put away all the fatty foods. Fine, I'll just get the spinach omelet
Crawl back into bed
and
cry.
grape nuts. Actually, I'll just put this all away. Let me go running outside. So I can't have breakfast with Sayaka.
Oh, that's the dream.
Yeah, I think like if I had to pick like a number 2 and a 3, it would have been like Malkyun and Yuppie.
Yuppie.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess they do have a similar vibe, don't they?
they're not too noisy. They would talk just enough. And it's really chill. Like, that's what I want in my breakfast, dude. I need to chill and relax.
Dude, breakfast with Coco-chan. Most awkward meal ever. She's so awkward. I love it.
So, yeah, somebody said Coco-chan on Twitter. I'm just like, I don't know, man. She wouldn't say much, and I'd just be like...
And she's so awkward.
Like, she can make me breakfast.
She's so cute. So awkward.
I briefly considered Anshu, but I don't know if she's loud in the morning, so...
Oh, yeah, she'd probably be loud.
But I don't
Dude,
know
Yui-pon! Yui-pon's so great.
Yeah, but she's like, I don't know. She's too chill. Something is very... very off about that. Anyway. Who's your breakfast buddy?
Dude, I told you Sayane.
Okay, yeah.
It's the dream.
Can't do it. Not worthy.
The idle dream.
Hashtag not worthy.
Have breakfast with Yamamoto Saika.
Can't do that.
The
Hashtag
die.
not worthy. Gotta push away my grape nuts.
No, seriously though.
Push away my grape nuts with soy milk and just go to the gym if I see her at the breakfast table.
No, but if Sayaka was too busy for me, I would probably pick Yui Pon. She's chill.
Okay, so send us Twitter comments, stage comments, email, Tumblr, whatever. I don't
comments.
Know. Call me on my phone.
What's your phone number?
I got a lot of text messages today from like the GOP telling me to vote.
Really?
Yeah.
Why don't they have your number?
I don't know. And also, I'm not conservative.
Nobody has my number. Did you vote for all the judges? Like, what the heck? I was just like, yes, yes, yes.
I'm like, well, if they're on the ballot, then certainly they deserve it. Oh man. And I was trying to read some of the stuff, and they didn't have any like campaign information. They're like, this person has no campaign information. I'm
yeah,
like, well,
seriously.
Are they even trying? Or do they need to try? I don't know.
And then at the very end, after you vote for all the propositions, there are those two ones like, do you approve this measure to whatever ordinance? Like, I don't know, I think that was for like individual cities. But for my city, I was like, what do these mean? So I just said no, because I'm like, things are okay as they are.
Mine was parks and stuff. Like, do you want to like divert some money to parks? And I'm like, hell yeah, dude.
Dude, yes. One of mine was fireworks, and I wasn't sure if I should say yes or no to that. Because fireworks are illegal in my city.
Okay. It's not as easy, like, hell yeah, parks, dude. Parks up in this. Anyway.
I love parks.
Okay, that's the end of our show. We'll end on parks. We're not Korean people.
Haha! I get it.
So this is Takoyaki Party, episode 9. I am Osaka Joe.
And I am DJ Soy Milk.
And you shall have a nice day.
Shall.
Very demanding word.
No, I hope you have a nice day.
Okay. Take it easy. See you later.
Bye-bye.